I'm live. Right on. So, last one. Gotta get some courage. So, I'm going with Goldilocks. And again, this is from the politically correct bedtime stories. So, Goldilocks. Through the thicket across the and deep in the woods lived a family of bears, a papa bear, a mama bear, and a baby bear. And they all lived together anthropomorphically, in a little cottage as a nuclear family. They were very sorry about this, of course, since the nuclear family has traditionally served to enslave women, instill a self-righteous moralism in its members, and imprint rigid notions of heterosexualist roles onto the next generation. Nevertheless, they tried to be happy and took steps to avoid these pitfalls, such as naming their offspring the non-gender specific baby. One day, in their little anthropomorphic cottage, I hope that word doesn't come up again, they sat down to breakfast. Papa Bear had prepared big bowls of all-natural porridge for them to eat. But straight off the stove, the porridge was too thermally enhanced to eat, so they left their bowls to cool and took a walk to visit their animal neighbors. After the bears left, a melanin-impoverished young woman emerged from the bushes and crept up to the cottage. Her name was Goldilocks, and she had been watching the bears for days. She was, you see, a biologist who specialized in the study of anthropomorphic bears. At one time she had been a professor, but her aggressive masculine approach to science, ripping off the thin veil of nature, exposing its secrets, penetrating its essence, using it for her own selfish needs, and bragging about such violations in the letter of columns of various magazines, had led to her dismissal. The rogue biologist had been watching the cottage for some time. Her intent was to collar the bears with radio transmitters and then follow them in their migratory and other life patterns with an utter disregard for their personal, or rather animal, privacy. With scientific espionage the only thing in mind, Goldilocks broke into the bear's cottage. In the kitchen she laced the bowls of porridge with a tranquilizing potion. Then in the bedroom she rigged snares beneath the pillows of each bed. Her plan was to drug the bears, and when they stumbled into the bedroom to take a nap, lash radio collars to their necks as their heads hit the pillows. Goldilocks chortled and thought, "These bears will be my ticket to the top. I'll show these twerps at the university the kind of guts it takes to do the real research." She crouched in the corner of the bedroom and waited some more. But the bears took too long to come back from their walk, so she fell asleep. When the bears finally came home, they sat down to eat breakfast. Then they stopped. Papa Bear asked, "Does your porridge smell off, Mama?" Mama Bear replied, "Yes, it does. Does yours smell off, baby?" Baby Bear said, "Yes, it does. It smells kind of chemically." Suspiciously, they rose from the table and went into the living room. Papa Bear sniffed. He asked, "Do you smell something else, Mama?" Mama Bear replied, "Yes, I do. Do you smell something off, baby?" Baby Bear said, "Yes, I do. It smells musky and sweaty and not all that clean." They moved into the bedroom with growling alarm. Papa Bear asked, "Do you see a snare and a radio collar under my pillow, Mama?" Mama Bear replied, "Yes, I do. Do you see a snare and a radio collar under my pillow, baby?" Baby Bear said, "Yes, I do. And I see a human who put them there." Baby Bear pointed to the corner to where Goldilocks slept. The bears growled and Goldilocks awoke with a start. She sprung up and tried to run, but Papa Bear caught her with a swing of his paw, and Mama Bear did the same. With Goldilocks now a mobility non-processor, Mama and Papa Bear set on her with fang and claw. They gobbled her up, and soon there was nothing left of the maverick biologist but a bit of yellow hair and a clipboard. Baby Bear watched with astonishment. When they were all done, Baby Bear asked, "Mama, Papa, what have you done? I thought we were all vegetarians." Papa Bear blurted, "We are. he said, "but we're always ready to try new things. Flexibility is just one more benefit of being multicultural." Phew. Fun words in there. So, got another new book today, Where the Sidewalk Ends. I'm going to read my favorite of all favorites that always reminded me of my brothers for whatever weird reason. So, hold on. Break the book in. Y'all love this one. Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. Bob, Dave, this is for you. Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd scour the pots and scrape the pans, candy the yams and spice the hams, and though her daddy would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceilings, coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window and blocked the door with bacon rinds and chicken bones, dippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, globby globs of cold oatmeal, pizza crust and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crust of blackburn buttered toast, gristly bits of beefy roasts. The garbage rolled on down the hall, it raised the roof, it broke the wall. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane from green bologna, rubbery, blubbery macaroni, peanut butter caked in dry, curdled milk and crust of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold French fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last the garbage reached so high that finally it touched the sky, and all the neighbors moved away and none of her friends would come to play, and finally Sarah Sylvia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then of course it was too late. The garbage reached across the state, from New York to the Golden Gate, and there in the garbage she did hate. Poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot, right now, relate, because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout, and always take the garbage out. So, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you in a couple days. Still COVID-19 free. Good night.